Good morning, everyone. This is Florida Plant Mama coming to you from Zone 10A, Central Florida. It's April, the middle of April now, and the weather is rapidly changing. We are now reaching the 60s at night, and we are as high as the 90s during the day. So it is getting hot very quickly here in Florida. The race is on to get some more seeds sown before it gets too blistering and seeds don't want to germinate anymore. Today, I am going to be doing some direct sowing. So we got to do that, but we got to clear some space up in the yard to get these seeds put in. First things first, we got to water these babies a little bit. I just got to remember to water the plants on this back patio. Next, we got to get in here and get this little space here taken care of. It's gotten a little bit crazy and my path is being blocked. We've got to take care of that. And we've got some new things to plant in the bags over here once I remove some of the overgrown items. This right here is a Plains Coreopsis. It's supposed to be way back here and I could stake it, but I think this plant is way too imposing for this space. And while I think it will be spectacular when it blooms, it's just way too big for the space. And I can't leave it here because it's in my walkway. It's getting too tall, too big. It must go. So it will either make its way to the compost bin, or if I'm lucky, I'll find another home for it somewhere else in the garden. So with this Coreopsis removed, you can already see how much space there is here. We've got some broccoli that I couldn't even see anymore. So it is quite done. I'm just gonna clear this bag and we're gonna plant something new in this space. Something that won't swamp the space and it won't make it difficult when I'm walking by. Got a huge stump that's trying to regrow of the cranberry hibiscus. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out as well. It's definitely taking over this bag and it's probably trying to go through the bag at this point. Let's get rid of that. We do not get rid of garden soil in this yard. Not unless we're fighting some kind of dirt disease, because that would be a waste of precious resources. I've instead dug out all of the roots so that the next thing I plant in here won't have too much difficulty spreading its own roots. And now I'm gonna top this bed off with some compost, bone meal, blood meal, and I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of my organic slower release fertilizer. Again, which looks like I need another bag. And I'm gonna mix that in. Left behind an onion. Okay. One other thing I need to mix in here. Just to make this soil less compact. And allow it to drain well. I'm just mixing all that in. All right, next ingredient. Got a little perlite here. Okay. It just helps with drainage. I used a perlite in my potted and bagged plants. I don't use it in my regular garden beds. Regular garden beds don't really need it. They drain just fine. And the bags actually do better than the plastic containers because they're porous all the way around, but it doesn't hurt. Got all the big particles, pieces out of here. Wood chips and large roots. And now it's time to plant some new babies. And what have I got here? Of course, I have a new plant baby rescued from the clearance bin at Lowe's. So this is a dahlia. Dahlia roots can be pretty costly. So I get really excited when I find a plant already grown and flowering for under $5. So this dahlia is going to be the center of the show here. I'm going to put her right in the middle. Where's that shovel? Dahlia plant is in. Next, I've got a great find. This one's from Home Depot. These are lavenders. So I got these small lavender plants, and they were $2.98. I don't mind getting small plants at a better cost. I think it's better to get small plants anyway. They can acclimate a little better as they grow in your garden and save on your pocket. So this will be a nice place to get some fragrance as I walk by, and an easy place as a reminder to harvest because it's very visible. Okay. And just like that, a new bed is planted. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some seeds in while I'm here. I did pick up a couple seeds while out. I got chamomile, and I've got these drumstick flowers that I love so much. What else? There are a few things, but today I'm gonna put in, I think I'm gonna do these drumstick flowers here. Craspedia. You saw me plant these over in the predominantly medicinal herb space. But as I said before, I like to spread out the seeds in various areas in the yard so that if something doesn't do well in one place, it has a chance at a different environment, another opportunity to grow well. These get 24 to 30 inches tall. That's reasonable. You can put these in. Under 3 feet is good. I'm gonna sprinkle them back here. Okay. What else would I like to plant in this space? Let's see what I've got in my little baggie here. Chamomile requires light to germinate, and the seeds are absolutely tiny. So I'm gonna sprinkle a few in this area and make sure that there's nothing to hinder that chamomile, because these will leave on the surface. Just push everything down, make sure everything has contact with the soil, and then we water that in. All right, let's continue the cleanup in this area. All right, guys. I've cleaned up the area. This is what it's looking like now. What do you think? Can you see the difference? Look, I can actually walk through this path now. There's that bed that we cleaned up. We cleaned up around it, planted some more seeds in these bags. We cleaned up this walkway a bit too. We took away the bolted cabbage that was here. We harvested a cabbage and kohlrabi from this space. This is now the walkway. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. So my first planned task of the day has been completed, and already I've got a bunch of material here for my compost bin. I love it. I love the fact that the garden can feed the garden. I'm going to continue to do some things in the yard that you'll probably see in a different video, but I'm going to keep this video as bite-sized as possible to make it manageable for you and make it manageable for me. So have a wonderful and blessed day. I'll catch you on the next one.